Welcome to 20 Weird, Terrifying Tales in 2 sentences. I am your host, Remy Militello, and now let us get on with the stories. As he felt his dog's tongue on his cheek, Ralph smiled. His smile instantly faded when he remembered that the dog was upstairs in his daughter's room. Sally banged on the door, begging to be let out. Above her, the giant of a woman shook her head, deciding that she was done playing with her new dollhouse, and so she walked away to watch TV instead. Joe was ahead in his class. If he could only have found a way to find the rest of his body. Frank stood smoking in the corner. Meanwhile, an officer was taking DNA samples to figure out who had set the man ablaze. As Malcolm died, he was relieved to see a sea of white stretching out before him, and waited to enter heaven to see his loved ones. As his foot fell upon the first patch of snow, he realized that maybe hell wasn't hot like everyone had assumed. Kicking and screaming didn't help Bruce much. 9 months had passed, and like it or not, he had to come out of his safe place and get cleaned off and enter the world, screaming. Feeling a tickle on her leg, Helen assumed it was just a bug, but she was horrified to see an army of roaches had covered her leg. As a boy, Remy was warned by his grandmother about the family curse, and no man had ever lived past 50. Years later, when he was turning onto Highway 50, and feeling himself lose control of his car, Remy realized that his grandmother had never said anything about age. I read a news report about a murder in my area. Now I have to cross the victim off my body count. After I woke up, I opened my window to breathe in the sweet morning air. However, I was unable to do so when I noticed the whole town had been covered in spider silk. Ever since I was a kid, I loved going searching for butterflies. That all changed the day one landed on me and bit into my neck. The doctor had warned Toby that his new medication might cause hallucinations, but as he stared at the doctor's rotting face, he wished he believed him. While auditioning for a play, Rita and the other actors had been told by the director that there would be cuts. However, they did not assume they would be at the end of a knife. Andy never believed in ghosts, which is why his mother never came to visit. I thought my husband was cheating on me, so I searched our car for proof. But I found a butcher knife, a coil of rope, and a roll of duct tape instead. Walking through the darkened cemetery, Gus began to sing to calm himself down. He immediately stopped and began to run as he suddenly heard voices joining in from underneath him. "Welcome to the Bates Motel. I hope you enjoy your stay." Kissing his son on the cheek, Raymond wiped a tear from his eye. He knew that the simulation of his life before the nuclear war was about to end. He didn't have enough credits left to keep it going. Elephants never forget. They also never forgive. She sweat through her sheets in terror that this hell would never end. Detox had only just begun. This has been 20 Weird, Terrifying Tales with your host, Remy Militello. Join me again And please submit and call out your own stories in the comments below. Thank you.